Look up at the night sky. For over 60 years, we have looked at those distant stars and asked one simple question: is anyone there? But today, we are starting to ask a much more terrifying question. What if they are listening, but they refuse to answer? In this video, we are diving into the most chilling solution to the Fermi Paradox ever conceived, the dark forest theory. Today, you will discover why our attempts to contact aliens might be the greatest mistake in human history. We will analyze the mathematics of galactic paranoia, look for the hidden probes that might already be watching us, and finally, reveal the final protocol, the only way humanity can survive in a universe that wants us dead. To understand our danger, we have to look back at our own arrogance. In 1974, humanity did something incredibly bold and incredibly stupid. We sent the Arecibo Message. It was a high-power radio signal beamed toward the M13 star cluster, containing our DNA structure, our location, and our appearance. We treated the universe like a friendly neighborhood, shouting our home address into the dark, expecting a hello in return. But the universe has remained deafeningly silent. This is the Fermi Paradox. Mathematically, there should be millions of civilizations out there. So where is everyone? The dark forest theory suggests they aren't missing, they are hiding. Imagine a forest at night. It is pitch black. The forest is full of armed hunters. Every hunter must move stealthily, like a ghost, because in this forest, resources are limited and suspicion is the only way to stay alive. In this forest, exposure is the ultimate death sentence, and yet, here we are on Earth, broadcasting our radio waves and television signals in every direction for over a century. We aren't just a child crying in the woods, we are a child lighting a massive bonfire and screaming at the top of our lungs. If the dark forest theory is correct, the Arecibo Message wasn't a greeting, it was a flare, lighting up our position for every predator within 25,000 light years. And the most terrifying part? The message is already halfway there. If you want to understand the survival strategies of the cosmos and why the Great Silence is actually a warning, you need to see what comes next. Don't let your screen go dark just yet. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. We are about to go deeper into the mathematics of why no one can be trusted in the deep dark of space. To a rational mind, the dark forest might sound like a nightmare, but to a mathematician, it is simply the only logical outcome of a cold universe. Why can't two civilizations just talk? Why can't we be friends? In the dark forest, there are two immovable pillars that make peace impossible. The first is the chain of suspicion. Imagine Civilization A detects Civilization B. Even if Civilization A is peaceful, they have no way of knowing if Civilization B is also peaceful. You might say, just ask them. But in the vastness of space, communication takes decades or centuries. By the time your message of peace arrives, the other side could have changed, or worse, they could be lying to buy time. This creates a deadly loop. I don't know if you are good or evil. I don't know if you think I am good or evil, and I certainly don't know if you think that I think you are evil. This is the chain of suspicion. In a game where the loser is completely annihilated, trust is a luxury no one can afford. But there is a second, even more terrifying pillar, the technological explosion. Look at humanity. For thousands of years, we rode horses and used candles. Then, in just 100 years, a blink of an eye in cosmic time, we went from the first flight of the Wright brothers to artificial intelligence and nuclear armament. In another 500 years, we might possess the power to destroy entire stars. This scares the older, more advanced civilizations. A primitive species discovered today could become a godlike threat by tomorrow. To a super civilization, you don't wait for a baby lion to grow up and bite you. You step on it while it's still in the cradle. This is why first contact usually ends with a funeral, not a handshake.
You might wonder, if everyone is hiding, how do the hunters find their prey? Seriously, they look for markers. They look for the chemical signatures of pollution in an atmosphere or the flicker of a star as a planet passes by. They are looking for us right now. Statistics suggest that within 100 light-year radius of Earth, there could be dozens of star systems capable of harboring life. If even one of them follows the logic of the dark forest, our broadcasted signals have already signed our death warrant. But wait, if the forest is so dangerous, are there clues that we are already being watched?
If the universe is a dark forest, then the most successful hunters are the ones who never make a sound. You might ask, if there are super civilizations out there, why don't we see their massive structures? Where are the Dyson spheres that wrap around stars? The answer is chilling. Only a fool builds a neon sign in a forest full of predators. Advanced species likely use cosmic camouflage. They don't build giant metal shells. They might use cold, dark matter or gravitational lenses to hide their energy signatures. In the dark forest, invisibility isn't just a technology, it's a biological necessity. But what if they aren't just hiding? What if they are sending eyes into the dark? In 2017, an object entered our solar system that defied every law of astronomy. Its name was Oumuamua. It was long, thin, and shaped like a needle. It didn't have a comet's tail, yet it accelerated as it left the sun, as if it had an engine. Harvard's top astronomer, Avi Loeb, suggested something that most scientists were too afraid to say. Oumuamua was likely an artificial scout probe. Think about the logic of a hunter. Before you strike, you send a silent drone to see if the prey is dangerous. Oumuamua didn't try to talk to us. It didn't send a greeting. It simply scanned our system and moved back into the dark. If the dark forest theory is true, Oumuamua wasn't an ambassador. It was a reconnaissance mission. And it's not the only clue. Have you heard of the WOW signal? In 1977, we received a powerful 72-second radio burst that perfectly matched what an alien signal should look like. But when we looked back at that spot in the sky, there was nothing but silence. This is a classic dark forest behavior, a quick ping to test the environment, followed by immediate radio silence to avoid detection. We have spent decades looking for a conversation, but in a universe of hunters, you only get one ping before the hunter hides again. Even our own telescopes are now a liability. The James Webb Space Telescope can now detect the chemical biosignatures of distant planets. It can see the light reflecting off their oceans. If we can see them, they have been seeing us for centuries. Our industrial revolution, our nuclear tests, even our city lights at night, these are all light leaks that show the hunters exactly where we are. So if the scouts have been here, and if the lights are on, why haven't we been destroyed yet? The answer is the most fascinating part of this entire paradox. In the final part, we will reveal the final protocol, the secret reason why the hunters are waiting, and the one desperate move humanity can make to stay alive.
If the hunters are out there, and if they have already sent scouts like Oumuamua, why are we still alive? Why hasn't a relativistic projectile wiped Earth off the map yet? There is a chillingly logical reason for this delay. In a dark forest, pulling the trigger is dangerous. The moment a hunter fires their weapon, they reveal their own position to every other predator in the woods. This is the mutual deterrence of the cosmos. Advanced civilizations are waiting because they are just as afraid of being seen as we are. We are alive only because the cost of killing us hasn't yet dropped below the risk of staying hidden. But we cannot rely on their hesitation forever. So what is the final protocol? How does a child in the forest survive once the bonfire has been lit? Science has proposed a desperate solution: the laser cloak. By using massive laser arrays to compensate for the light our planet blocks when it passes in front of the sun, we could effectively make Earth disappear from the transit method of detection. We can't stop our old radio waves, but we can stop the hunters from seeing our home. However, there is a bolder, more dangerous strategy. It's called broadcasting the graveyard. If we detect a hostile fleet approaching, we don't beg for mercy. Instead, we broadcast the coordinates of a different nearby star system, one we suspect harbors life. It is a horrific choice, but it creates a diversion. It forces the hunters to fight each other while we retreat into silence. But perhaps the ultimate solution isn't technological. It's a shift in our entire philosophy. For decades, we looked at the stars with a naive, childlike wonder, hoping for a cosmic father figure to save us. Now, we must grow up. We must realize that the great silence isn't a void. It is a form of protection. The universe isn't empty, it is wise. And the wisest thing a civilization can do is to be quiet, to be small, and to listen. We are the first generation of humans to understand the true cost of our curiosity. Our task now is to ensure we're not the last. The forest is dark, the hunters are patient, and the next time we decide to shout into the void, we must be prepared for what might shout back. If this journey into the dark forest changed the way you look at the stars, you aren't alone. This paradox is just one of the many mysteries we explore here. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our other deep dives into the secrets of the cosmos. Stay curious, but more importantly, stay silent.